Now over the Thanksgiving weekend, I got a chance to fly one of America's ultra low cost passenger and cargo airline. Now this airline is the 11th in the United States by passengers carried, and that's none other than Sun Country Airlines. If you've never heard of Sun Country Airlines, neither did I before flying them over the Thanksgiving weekend. And this is a review of Sun Country Airline, flying Sun Country Airline to Minneapolis, Minnesota, their headquarters actually, over the Thanksgiving weekend. And it's something, so stay tuned. It's the review. We're gonna get into it. Let's do it. Now, as you may know, Thanksgiving weekend was an extremely busy weekend for travels. Despite COVID, despite everything that's going on in the world, people still had to go see their families, and I was one of them. We actually booked our flights with Sun Country 2 months in advance. And the reason why we booked with Sun Country to go and American Airlines to come back, I just gotta put that out there, was because there were just no flights. Well, there were flights, but not at the price range that I was willing to spend, right? I'm not paying $700 to go to Minneapolis. That's just not happening. And just when I started to lose hope, like I ain't gonna spend time with family, Sun Country came through and we made our trip, and I'm back to tell of it. We're gonna get into it. So, reason why I'm actually doing the review is because, you know, this is it's a little airline. Their headquarters is actually in Minneapolis, so it made sense that the flights was available. It's low fares. It's a non-stop flight. They only got non-stop, you know, flights. So I like that. So to begin with, their website was pretty intuitive. It's not, you know, clunky or outdated. It's a pretty nice website. The check-in process was pretty nice. You can go on there, you know, plug in your name, flight number, and you find your flight and book your flight right there. It's really easy. I like the website actually. The baggage was a little different. I wasn't expecting it at all. Wasn't expecting it. So if you wanted to carry, you know, a carry-on, like, you know, a lady's handbag or a book bag, that wasn't free at all. It was actually $30. $30 for carry-on. I guess, you know, when you book these cheap airlines, you make up for that with, you know, baggage. So we decided to take a big, you know, suitcase, and the first one was $38, and if you wanted to carry a second one, you know, the check-in was $40. So I didn't really understand that $2 difference. It just didn't make any sense to me, but we paid $38 for, you know, the first one, and that was all we had. And we were flying out of Baltimore Airport, BWI, and the lines of, you know, American, United, every other airline was pretty packed. The Sun Country, it was pretty scanty. There wasn't a lot of people on the day before Thanksgiving, so I don't particularly find anything wrong with that. I actually like to go check in and check out really fast. It was just, you know, a couple people. I want to say about 5 people checking in. And yeah, it was a pretty good experience. We made it down to our gate. Was a lot of people there, so a lot of people might have already checked in and were waiting at the gate to board the flight. There was a lot of people there. It was a pretty full flight. It was a full flight. So we actually flew a Boeing 737 aircraft, one of their fleets, the 737 aircraft. They have 47 aircrafts, and they pretty much average 16.2 years according to their website. And it was, like I said, it was a packed flight. I want to say about 200, if not 170 something people, and it was pretty packed. So let's get into the details of this flight. Much like everything else, the plane pulled up. The previous flight passengers, you know, uploaded. They got out the flight. It was clean, it's sanitized, and everything, you know, clean to the best of their ability. At least I hope. And we boarded. You know, everything was nice. Nobody was unruly. We boarded the flight. Everybody checked in, and you know, we went through the tunnel and got on the flight. Now, when booking a Sun Country Airline, you have the choice. You don't pick your seats when you first book your flight. Like, it's weird. You have the choice to pay cheap seats, like $9-7 all the way in the back with literally no leg room, all the way to, you know, the seats in the front, close to the cockpit, close to the, you know, entry door, for almost $40 with some leg room. They don't do first class. Everything is, you know, economy. The whole cabin is economy. They don't do first classes. You get in and that's it. It's just depending on how much leg room you're gonna get, and you pay for the seat. Also, I'm always, you know, I like traveling with a carry-on, but because of that whole, you know, $38 for carry-on, I just wasn't gonna pay that. But if you take a look, there is literally no space for that carry-on. Like, the overhead cabinet where you store your bags are tiny. I don't even know if a handbag could fit in this. It's so tiny. Everything else You gotta go under the plane. Everything else you gotta check it in. And you know, there were people who had big book bags. I'm talking, you know, camping book bags underneath their seats because they just couldn't fit. And they had already brought it on the plane thinking they were gonna put it overhead, and it just wouldn't fit. Of course, I wanted a little bit more comfort, so I booked all the way in the front so we can get a little bit more leg room, so wifey will be comfortable, I'll be comfortable. But the joint was still tight. It was still tight. Like, this dude next to me was, I want to say, about 6'2", 6'3", and he literally was like squeezing in there. My brother is tall. I have friends, shout out to Emeka, they tall, 6'5", 6'6". They're gonna struggle on this flight. So they have entertainment, depending on where you sit. You can get, you know, Wi-Fi, and then you log in on your phone. There's no TV screens. You log in on your phone to watch movies, but the joint didn't work. We tried and tried and tried. We put in the pin, put in the code. I think you're supposed to, you know, log in on your computer or your phone, and then it takes you to a site where you can stream the movies, you know, on a site that they sponsor, something like that. But it just didn't work. I don't know if it worked for other people. I tried it, it didn't work for me. She tried it, it didn't work for her. So it really was just a waste. But I ain't really trip because I downloaded some stuff off Netflix to watch. I always do that anyway. I don't rely on airplane stuff. The lady in the front told us they weren't gonna serve anything because of COVID, but they did bring stuff. They did bring free, you know, water, free soda, free orange juice, and a cookie, and pass it down, you know, like they do on every flight. And if you wanted anything else, it was taxed, like this Oreo cookies that were almost $10. I don't understand. $10 for Oreo cookies. Prices, well, woo. But like I said, no first class, so you know, gotta make that money somehow. The bathroom was cool. I like the little soap thing they had. It was interesting. I don't know if I've seen that in any other aircraft. I like the tile on the floor as well. It was kind of cramped though. Like the bathroom, you literally had to like to turn around and do anything. It was cramped. The only thing cool about it was the tile floor. It was different, but of course that's plastic, that's just slapped on it. But the takeoff was, you know, smooth. I enjoy taking off on planes. It's just like the coolest thing ever. I don't understand how they did it, how they do it, but just taking off is just super cool. And my wife, she's big on the landing, and that's 20% of her judgment on flights. The pilot did great with the landing. We landed in Minneapolis, the hub of Sun Country Airlines, off-boarded the plane, and she didn't like it. She didn't like it. She would never fly Sun Country if she has a choice. Would never fly it. Personally, I would if, you know, it was my third choice. It wouldn't be my first or second choice. If it was like a 1 hour flight, they have a hub in Minneapolis, like I said. If I wanted to go visit family there real quick, I was in a situation like we were, when the flights are like $900 and I'm just not trying to pay that. I will fly them, but I'm not, you know, like they say, it's a low fare, non-stop flights. I want to be like, oh, I'm about to book a Sun Country joint. Just won't happen. I don't have anything bad to say about the entire experience, but I just won't fly it. No leg room. You can't, you know, put your carry-on in the overhead because it's just tiny and they're gonna tax you for it. It just, yeah, it's a no for me, dog. And also, when we got off the plane waiting for our bags, it took forever. I don't know if because it's Thanksgiving weekend or for whatever reason, we were standing there for almost, I want to say 35, 40 minutes. Usually it's you know, less than that. You get off, go to the restroom to burn some time, you know, ease yourself. And when you go out there, 10, 15 minutes and your bags are out. It took forever for the bags to get out. And yeah, we were waiting for a minute. Our ride had to circle around because the cops are out there like move, and that was not cool because I was tired already. Sun Country Airlines, that's my review from the Thanksgiving weekend. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you have flown Sun Country Airlines. If you will, after watching this video, leave a comment. I want to hear from you. And we're gonna get another one in soon. I'm RifleX. I appreciate y'all for watching. Subscribe to the channel if you have not. What are you waiting for, man? It's free. That's the best thing you would do today. Smash that like button. Smash the like button. Because that's how YouTube makes this video grow. You heard? I'll see you in the next one. Peace.